Are you applying your makeup the same way that you did when you were 40 years old? Well, you really shouldn't be. So I'm going to talk today about some of the mistakes that we make in applying our makeup and how we can correct them to make us look younger.
You are my
There is no miracle product that can stop aging. No makeup, no serum, nothing that we can do to stop it. Maybe we can slow it down, but we sure can't stop it. But with just a little bit of makeup applied the right way, I can look in the mirror and say, "Hey girl, you know, you're not too bad after all. 80 isn't so bad. You're still here." Hello, this is Sandra Hart. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've been asked by my subscribers so often of what changes have I made now that I'm older in my makeup application. So you know, if you have followed me, that I'm really not a very heavy makeup user. I like the natural look. But yes, I have had to change the way I apply my makeup so that I do look younger. My skin is different, my eyes are different, everything is different about me. So today we're going to talk about things that we can do and perhaps some of the mistakes we make when we apply our makeup and that we can correct to help us look younger. Unless you have really oily skin, a light foundation, a light cream foundation will even out your skin, whether it's a BB cream. I show you several here that I have one from Avon. So it's just as long as it's light, it will just give you a very even skin tone. I don't use powder. I use a setting spray instead. I just don't know why. I really don't need powder. But if you feel like you need powder, go very, very lightly on it. But actually, instead of powder, if you could just use the setting spray, I think you will find it works really well. But it's personal preference. Just apply it lightly and always put your strokes up when you're doing anything to your skin. Don't ever pull it down, just pull it up, and to be sure that it's all even and covered nicely. We're getting ready to leave here pretty soon because it's going to get too hot, and we will have to. I'll be going to Nashville to spend time with my son, and then we'll go to New York for a while, so we're going to be traveling a bit this summer. Now with the concealer, again, start on the outside and just gently push it in and move it in. Don't ever pull your skin outwardly, always move in. And you know, I just don't use any type of sponges to apply my makeup. I'm a hands-on person. I always have washed my hands to be sure that they're really clean. But my fingers are my tools that I use when I put on my makeup. Now they say in order to get the right color of blush, pinch your cheeks, and the color that comes up, that's the color that you should be using to have a natural look. So when you go in, just pinch your cheeks a little bit into the store, and then try to get a color that matches that pink, natural pink color in your skin. This happens to be my Chanel BeBop. I've had this for a long time, and the whole case is falling apart, but I really love it. It's a shade that for a powder blush seems to work for me. Now they say, you know, to use cream blushes, but my skin still has a little bit of moisture in it, and I find that powder brushes work better for me. But if you have really dry, older skin, then a cream blush really would be what you should do. And don't apply it on the apple of your cheek. Just avoid that part and start toward the outer part of your cheek and brush up. And you just avoid shades that are too brown or red, and try to match the natural color of your blushing cheek. And this happens to be an Avon contour. I can try to put all these products down below. My daughter has introduced me to Avon because she's an Avon representative, and she sends me all this great stuff, and I buy it too. But anyway, that gives me just a nice little contour. I've always had a really round face. As I get older, I'm starting to get a little bit of cheekbone, but I never had before. But I'm just so used to just doing that contour and putting that in my cheeks. I just put some setting spray, and this is the wonderful spray that COUI sent me. I just love it. I'll put a link down below to the discount code for you also on that. Now, I dye my eyebrows with Rude Dye Brown. My eyebrows are so light that, you know, I'd have to put so much brow cream on them that it's just easier for me, and I've been doing it for years, just to dye my brows, maybe about once every 3 weeks. It just takes a minute. And I do use a tiny little bit of brow cream. That's a L'Oreal brand. I'll put that link below. I'll put everything below, everything that I'm using, but I just a really light touch. But because my brows are so light, I just find that dyeing them helps me a lot. And of course, mascara is important because as we get older, our eyelashes sometimes look like they're thinner. I guess they are. But don't line dark black on your bottom waterline unless you really want to go out and have a very, very dramatic look. It's better to use white, and I sometimes use a very light gray white in that area. And also, when you do use a dark liner underneath your eye, it accentuates and your fine lines and kind of drags down your whole face. So try to stay away from lining your eyes that way. Also, another mistake we sometimes make is using metallic eyeshadows. Try to avoid metallic eyeshadows. They just emphasize the wrinkles in your eyes. Use something instead of bright green. Sort of use a darker green, and avoid bright colors. In other words, use jade instead of green, and use navy instead of blue. Just muted colors are better. But metallics do emphasize our wrinkles, and unfortunately, as we get older, we do get wrinkles. And of course, mascara is really important. I don't dye my eyelashes or anything like that, so I do use mascara, and I like the Princess mascara, and as I said, I'll put everything below. But I'm very, very fast. I mean, I do a very light hand on everything. I'm not a really heavy makeup user. I just like that natural look. Many times I go out of the house with just oils and sunscreen, a natural sunscreen on my face. Also, when we get older, our lips thin out a bit. So I use the City Lip Clear. If I'm going to be using another color, they have other colors, but I'll use the clear. I'll let it dry, and then I will apply whatever color lipstick over that I want to wear. This is an Avon product that just gives a little glow, and don't forget to always put and always highlight only the very tight areas of your face. You don't want to put it on where you're wrinkled because it'll show the wrinkles, but on the apples of your cheeks, on your forehead. I avoid my chin because that's my trouble area, my chin. So I just put a little dot there, and it just gives me a little bit of glow. I really love that product. It's so, so nice. I love Avon. Yeah, I'm getting to start have Avon love. And when you apply lipstick, unless you're going for the dramatic, now I know there are times when you really want to be very dramatic, but during the day and most times, the lighter the lipstick, the younger you look. So try to pick a really young shade. This is the part of the new fruity lipsticks from L'Occitane. It's pink nude. I love it, and I love these new L'Occitane lipsticks. They are very emollient, very smooth. They go on, and I like a little bit of shine on my lips, and you really don't need any type of lip gloss because these lipsticks have a natural shine. I really love them. So too dark of a lipstick emphasizes thin lips. So for a fuller lip, use a lighter shade. And there we have it. This is the final look. Natural. I'm ready to go out, and I feel younger. Thank you so much for joining me today. I always love it when you come and visit me. And I'm so grateful for all of my subscribers and all of the wonderful comments that you leave. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about it, because this is a great adventure that we are all on. Don't forget to do something really good for yourself today. Be kind to someone who crosses your path, and of course to share the love. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you at my next video.